so welcome to this video. This video is 2 weeks post Olympia and first day back training and first day of the recovery phase post Olympia, post competing, post prep. So I wanted to bring you on this journey to show what I'm doing to get back to full optimal health and making sure before I go into my off season I'm exactly where I need to be. So obviously, if you guys don't know, I'm now a partner in the Blood Lab. So I'm an invested partner, I'm a share in the business because I think it's so important, especially when you're in the bodybuilding world, to make sure your health is key, and I want to get that point across to the wider community. So that's why I'm heavily involved with the Blood Lab now, and we're here at the HQ, which is in Hale in Manchester. I'm starting to lose my words here, and we're doing all different treatments today. So we've got blood work, so I want to make sure all my markers are where they're meant to be. We've just come out of physio, so that's why I've got like a physio head, because doing deep tissue work, making sure my body is, again, in the best shape possible going into my off season. We've got ozone treatment, which is a new treatment we're going to talk more about because I don't know the science behind it, but it sounds unbelievable. So I can't wait to go and try that. And IV. So IVs are something I've been taking regularly on my prep, but also now we're going into off season, it's really important to get things like glutathione, vitamin C, high vitamin D, all the essentials you need to be as healthy as possible, inside and outside. So let's go. I'm going to shut up before I get anything else wrong. Let's go.
Video views, just like chilling.
I know upstairs.
Yeah, there's plants up for some reason. I thought really good.
She's actually quite, yeah. Good,
Savage. Josh, you're on
I was like, hey, can you calm down?
Come on, introduce you.
Yeah, roll down.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Josh is having a massage. Prostate massage.
Mate, she's quite painful to be fair. Don't say deep tissue.
So, ozone itself has been around in the medical space for a very, very long time. It was used originally for disinfecting certain surgical equipment, but we've actually found a way in the medical space to actually help with the pathology of someone as well, so the way, the physiology of the way in which the body works. By using simple things like ozone therapy, we can interrupt certain things, certain aging processes. Very similar with the inflammation process as well. So ozone is known to disturb certain inflammatory processes. It's also known to help with mitochondrial regeneration and health as well. So what we're going to be doing, we cannulate the arm.
That's to stop me from passing out. Bex is here to stop me from fainting again.
I feel like his mother.
We take 150 millilitres of blood out, we infuse it with oxygen, ozone, medical grade oxygen, and then we infuse the blood back into the body, and then it gets to work on certain things as well. Okay, we'll do this 2 times. We will mix it with something called sodium citrate, which is an anticoagulant, and then we will infuse it back into the body twice. Okay, this is the first kind of process that we're doing to help clean Ryan's body, and we'll do a 2-pass today. So 2 times, we'll then do a 3-pass, then we'll do a 5-pass and work all our way up to a 10-pass at the end. Okay.
How long do we do that for then?
So this will probably take us, to get up to a 10-pass will probably take us, up to 12 weeks. So we'll gradually do it over kind of a 3-week process. And then we're actually going to monitor as well your inflammation markers from your blood work to see, it won't just be this that's working, obviously the dietary things and the supplementation advice, but it will definitely contribute to making you feel a bit better.
Perfect.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Absolutely fantastic.
So one of the things that we are doing with Ryan today is we're also doing a bit of a mini health MOT. The first thing that we've done here is actually do a couple of blood tests. And that's just to basically see where we're up to at this stage with Ryan following his competition. It's also going to be a really useful indicator to make sure that some of the treatments that we're doing, to make sure that we know that they're working. And if we do need to change anything at any time, we can do. We've got 3 or 4 blood tests running over the next probably 6 to 12 weeks. And every single one of them are going to be interpreted, and his supplement regime is going to change to help mitigate some of the things that we might see.
Perfect, that. Spot on.
So the brilliance of this, actually, you can actually see a mini filter at the bottom here, and the mini filter is basically going to stop anything that shouldn't be going back in. So anything that's a little bit thick, little pieces of potentially clots that have formed when we're just taking the blood out, all the way down to some of the nasty bits that are in your blood that you don't really want back in there. So it's a bit of a filtering system, a bit of a cleaning system, and just an all-round well-being set. So because Ryan has had ozone, we're not going to overcomplicate when it comes to the IV drip. We're just doing a very simple B complex alongside a high dose vitamin C. Obviously Ryan post-prep has been a little bit ill. Vitamin C is just going to help boost his immune system a little bit, and the B complex is just going to kind of fill the gaps that we need prior to seeing his blood work, I think. It's on the wrong side. So these are serious stands off. So that's nothing to do with me. I've got to say it's nothing to do with that. That's Becky's dad, nothing to do with me.
Just need a screwdriver. You can do it. Give me a screwdriver, I'll quickly do it. Talk to me. What are we having here then?
So this is an echocardiogram.
Yeah.
So it's a 15-minute cardiac ultrasound scan, and we use sound waves to assess your structure and function of the heart. So the signals bounce back and give us a video clip, and from there we can make measurements and give a visual assessment of your heart structure and function.
Okay.
So we take a good look at all the valves. So we've got 4 valves in total.
Yeah.
So we assess the structure and function of those valves to have a look if there's any narrowings or any regurgitation on those as well.
Okay. Oh.
So if you could turn onto your left side for me.
Left side?
Yeah, just help to shift your heart to the front of the chest. Great stuff. And then with your left arm,
Yeah.
tuck that behind your head for me. That's it. So pose.
Don't get my belly in. It's been a long Christmas.
Okay, just a bit of cold jelly, alright.
Just come off the back of competing, so
Oh yeah.
20 weeks competing or dieting. I'm just going to try and look over and make sure everything's healthy and optimal.
Yeah, just get like a baseline.
Yeah. And we can work from there for the next 12 weeks.
Yeah. That's the thing, like it's good once you've got it done and then you can compare any changes or whatever if you need to.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, I think we're done. I'm just going to do one more check of these pictures to make sure I've got everything that I need. This is where I started, at the front of your chest.
Have we got twins?
Triplets. And then we just kind of send some signals through the valve and have a look if the valve's opening nice. So what we want to see in this view is a nice box shape here, which we're getting on yours, to show the valve's not narrowed and it's not stenosis.
Cool.
And then we just check for any regurgitation, so we measure the wall thicknesses and the cavity size when the heart's at its biggest and when it is smallest. And then we rotate the probe round in different views. And this view is kind of like we're looking directly down on the heart, so this is like your aortic valve letting blood in from your left ventricle to the rest of the body. And then this is where I was around the side. This looks more like a heart than the rest of them.
Wow.
So this image is actually upside down. So the probe's here, so your head's here, and these are your top 2 chambers, bottom 2 chambers. But for some reason we scan like this.
That is weird, isn't it?
And these things here are your valves letting blood in.
It's like some prehistoric sea creature.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And
Does
then,
everything look alright?
from a first glance, I need to do some more measurements to assess the function, and that'll give us an actual figure basically.
Okay.
There's a tiny bit of a leak on your valves, which is illustrated by this blue jet here.
Okay.
It's almost impossible for our valves to close and not let a single drop of blood back in from where it came from, just because of how our valves are formed.
Yeah.
But the severity of the leak is nothing to be concerned about.
Okay.
I've got the same on mine.
Right. Okay.
And that's that.
Wow. Thank you very much.
No worries. Let's take
It's
these.
quite scary, that, isn't it?
And then I'll grab some tissue. Sorry, I'm giving you wax at the same time.
Thank you.
Should have shaved.
I know, thank you.
No worries.
Because it's so big.
Yeah.
Because I've got such a big heart.
Yeah, small chest though.
Cheers. Oh, come here. When will I see you next?
Whenever you want to see me next. I need to see you ideally. Ideally every 2 weeks.
Yeah, so let's do that then. Let's make sure we're in for every 2 weeks.
Cool.
Then.